The day that made us question everything. Conquering 21 deadly loops of Gata. Have you ever thought how it feels when you climb 21 hairpin bands at a height of 17,000 feet from the sea level? So our today's story will show you why even strongest cyclists, they break down, they cry. The day that broke us. Today is day 6 of Manali to Umling cycling trip. We are starting from Sarchu. Last night we stayed at this place called Sarchu Camps. We spent a very comfortable night inside this cabin. Morning games with little princess Sakhi. So in the breakfast we had an omelette, a cup of tea. We were fully packed and about to leave, but how? How could we forget Sakhi, our cute princess, who was waiting for us to play the card game which we could not play last night because she was suffering with the altitude sickness. So we went to their cabin, we played their few rounds of that card game, and let me tell you, we learned it last night only, and I don't know how, but we performed really well.
Higher cards to दो क्या करूँगा मैं क्या ये तो आमा डबल में
मेरे पता है
गंदी हालत में वीडियो में
आपके पत्ते दिख रहे हैं, आप तो दिख ही नहीं रहे उनके पीछे। आपने ऐसे किया हुआ है,
गूगल्स में दिख रहे हैं।
When playing the card game was not enough, we played a very nice game from our childhood. Some of you must have been known about it. This is called the game of Gittiya, Gittiya. This is a simple village game. From anywhere, pick 5 stones, which we called Gittiya in Hindi, and start playing it. This is so simple. Let's see how many of you know about this game which we played there. Write into the comment section if you can recall your childhood days like us. It was such a great meeting with Sakhi and this family from Himachal. It felt like meeting a family away from family. Oh, that's great. The journey began. After getting our entry done at the Himachal police checkpost, we started our ride. That's good that the construction of this bridge has completed. Otherwise, every time I came, it was difficult to cross it. It's a good news. This is the J&K side of Sarchu. So these are the places where you can stay. Night stay in a dormitory 250 rupees or 200 rupees. For a room you can pay 500. So if there is a room for 2 and you want to stay single, so it will be 500 rupees. Going straight till Gata Loops, I'll show you how the road is. Hello Jule! Jule! Very funny people. Both the sides you will find lots of stay and food options. Prices are same, 70 to 80 rupees for a paratha, Maggi 80. All same prices are there. So this can be a private cabin for you. If you are 2 or 3 people, you can stay inside that. This is the first view of the road. You can see it's a mix of up and down, but mostly flat. 2 kilometers we covered in almost 25 minutes. Leh 249. I have covered 3 kilometers from Sarchu. Let me tell you honestly, sometimes I feel very irritated seeing everything looking so tiny and so small in front of these huge mountains. But this is a reality, how can we ignore it? So this is the kind of a road you will find here while riding. And these are the beautiful views. Covered 4 kilometers from Sarchu till now. Looks like this is a complex of temples which are there. I'm very fond of them. They are so beautiful. So covered 5 kilometers from Sarchu. It's all down. You will enjoy the ride. But from now onwards, there's a climb which you can see. So in Sarchu, Airtel network is not available, but Jio network is available here. Speed is very good, not at all issue. You can do almost everything. And after crossing Sarchu till this 6 or 5 kilometers in between, here till now I'm getting the calls and the network. That's the best part. End of the road, you will find Twing Bridge. It's very small one, only one vehicle can cross at a time. Today at this place you might face the breathing issues here. I'm facing it right now. So tell me, how does that new bicycle look? What do you say about this new setup? Soon we crossed a bridge which was made with the steel, wooden planks over it. You will face a steep climb immediately after crossing this bridge. Starting from Twing Bridge, almost 900-meter climb. On the scale of 1 to 10, it will be 6. Show you something. Look at this place. I got down from there, crossed the river this side, kept walking and connected on the road back. That is from Manali to Leh walking series, and it is available on my channel Cycling Beast. You can go and see that. I did it by all walk till Leh from Manali, having a backpack of 25 kgs. So don't forget to watch it. It's beautiful. At this time the difficulty level is either 3 or 4 on the scale of 1 to 10. So it's a mixed kind of a road, down and ups. A surprise encounter. I got a surprise. Hi! Happy to see you! Yes! जा रहे फिर पंख? No permission yet?
No permission.
That's amazing. But it's looking good. See?
Under pressure song is playing. It's
Okay.
for us also. Yeah, too much under pressure.
This route is nice, no pressure. But yes, soon it will start. Nice one. Okay. Leaving others behind and asking them to meet Tushar, I kept cycling because I wanted to relive my old days. And I wanted to go and sit near to the same milestone of 15 kilometer. And I thought to go there and had my breakfast exactly the same way which I did at that time when I was doing Manali to Leh by walk. But guess what? It was not going to happen. Why? I will tell you soon. So almost 1 hour 40 minutes of ride. And I have covered 13 kilometers from Sarchu. And look at the road, look at this valley. It's most beautiful one. So as you can see, the road is going down and down from here. Look at the Sarp river, how beautiful she is here in this area. So you will enjoy the ride, that's what I am trying to tell. So after crossing Baralachala Pass, this is all fun ride till Gata Loops. So what happened? I could not find that 15-kilometer milestone under which I sat during my walking trip and had that paratha in the breakfast, and it is all because of the road construction which is going on. So I sat on a boulder by the roadside and had half of that paratha which I packed day before yesterday from Tanjing Bro's shop there in Jingjingbar. I also made some sattu and had it. When I was sitting there, the views were really very beautiful around. The highlight of this spot is this kind of a structure on the bank of this river. Wherever you will see this kind of a structure throughout. And look at those brown color mountains and that snow covered peak and those clouds. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm liking overall. I'm sure you will also enjoy cycling in this area. This is when I looked up suddenly and I saw the first rainbow, rather we call it celestial ring, into the sky. Waiting for Tushar. After the rest, I started cycling again. So starting from Sarchu, riding till the Gata Loops starting point, the road is always plain and you will have fun except at few places where you have to face a little climb. Soon I arrived at Brandy Bridge and it is made on Brandy Nala. It's a beautifully made bridge if you see, and it is almost 18 kilometers from Sarchu. All this time I was waiting for Tushar to join me so that we could start the climb to the Gata Loops together. Luckily he was not very far from me. Charlie minutes. Beautiful route, excellent road, and difficulty level is hardly 2 and 4, not more than that. It's amazing to ride this road till Gata Loops. You don't even need to pedal sometimes. Soon we arrived at Whiskey Bridge or Whiskey Nala. This is where you have to climb after this. Look at this beautiful road. Here in this part you will find a little climb, but we have reached at the starting point of Gata Loops. Can you see one vehicle coming down? That is the beginning of Gata Loops. The beginning of Gata Loops. This is the starting point of Gata Loops. Total 21 loops are there, and we will be climbing to 4,201 meter, which is equal to 13,780 feet. See, oxygen is so low that you can not even stand and speak at one place. The beginning of Gata Loops from Sarchu is exactly 24 kilometers. This 24 kilometers is a fun ride, except few places where you have to climb, but that is a climb for the downhill again, so not at all a problem. The monster climb begin. Pang is 52 according to this. Imagine climb so much with such a low oxygen. It puts lots of pressure on your lungs, on your heart, even on your whole body and mind. So we both started climbing the Gata Loops one by one. Pang is 51, we started at 52, 1 kilometer completed. This is the second loop on which I am right now. Climb is difficult but not very much. This is similar to climbing Kelong. Till here, till the second loop, I consider difficulty level is 6 out of 10. The way you keep climbing, the difficulty level keeps increasing. I made a calculation. Each loop is approximately 500 meter long. Though some of them are smaller, some of them are longer, but average length of a loop is 500 meter. So this break down the complete 21 loops into a distance of 10 kilometers. See, we could cover it non-stop. And same Tushar is doing, who is doing it for the first time. So it's not very difficult, I'm telling you. Pang 50 kilometers milestone. 2 kilometers completed of the climb out of 10 with almost no break. Remaining 8 is there. So till now the difficulty level according to me is 7 approx. This loop was really difficult. And one of the longest actually. 1, 2, 3 and this is the fourth one. 2 kilometers completed. Doable, not an issue. A dangerous shortcut. When I was standing at a place, I saw a local. He was trying to take a shortcut while going down and he fell from his motorcycle. Doing such thing may look very amazing, but it is very dangerous at the same time. What do you say about it? Is this making you afraid too? I'm riding on 6th loop and he is climbing to the 5th one. See the kind of a distance you will have to climb here. Isn't it amazing? Imagine the climb you have to make. Look at that truck and those cars on the top near the pole post. That is where we have to go, but that is not going to be the end. There are more behind that. 3 kilometers completed. This is the milestone telling Pang 49. So you will find it in the beginning of 7th loop itself. This is the one where I'm turning. Breathing is an issue in this area because of low oxygen or thin air. So need not to worry about it. See, this is how it looks like from the 7th loop. If you look down, you can count all of them one by one. Calculation is accurate. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about the Gata Loops? Write into the comment section. This is the end of 7th loop and from here the 8th loop will start. Climbing on 7th loop is not easy. It's such a steep climb, and even 8th also, which I'm climbing right now. It's killing. The toughest loop. So technically loop number 7, loop number 8 are the most difficult loops on this climb. What I found, 8th loop is even more difficult. It is 8 on the scale of 1 to 10. It is very steep. You can take a shortcut to climb. If you take a shortcut, You can skip these 2 or 3 loops, but currently I'm not in mood to do that. See where we have to climb. That truck on the top. See how long the 8th loop is, and it's a total climb. No doubt it's very difficult, but a first comer is also doing very good. See, currently we are on 9th loop, which looks very small. Found a milestone, covered 4 kilometers till now. This is on the 9th loop in the center of the loop. So that will be the 10th loop which will climb after this. So this is when Tushar totally gave up. He had covered almost 10th loop. He told me that he wanted to take some rest. So leaving him there, I kept cycling. Completed the 10th loop. This is the starting of 11th here. 10th loop is one of the longest. And see, this is the way we need to climb. This is the 10th loop which he is climbing right now. Tung is 47 kilometers and this is the 12th loop. Completed 5 kilometers till now. That means 9 loop and 5 kilometers more to go. See how small he is looking on that road and how slowly, gradually he is climbing it. My God. So from the first loop, you can see up to the 8th loop or 9th loop. But when you reach onto the 9th loop, only then you will be able to see the next 3 or 4 loops ahead. So these are the moments to feel proud on yourself, thinking what we have covered till now. Can you check? So did you see that tiny truck on that hilltop? 12th loop is the longest loop. You can see how far it is going. This is the 13th loop where it is written, Bro Himang, welcome. So the 13th loop is starting from here. Oh God, it's so high. So much to climb. My goodness. The gear struggle. So do you know what is happening right now? So the gear ratio in my bicycle versus Tushar's bicycle is 1:2. So his bicycle has 20 gears, wherein my bicycle has 10 gears. Which means I'm putting almost double the efforts to climb onto the same loop. So these shortcuts are made for climbing down, never for climbing up. So don't try to climb using these shortcuts. Rank 46. This is the middle of 13th loop. We have covered 6 kilometers. It was 52 when we started. Now we are at 46. So this loop was almost 20-degree climb. What do you say? It's very steep. The ghost of Gata Loops. This is what they call the ghost of Gata Loops. So there is a saying that you need to donate some water for the ghost of the Gata Loops at the end of this loop. And here is a story behind it. So there was a truck that was broke down while climbing, and it happened on the 17th loop. The driver, he left the cleaner behind and he himself went down for asking for some help. And this is a story almost 20 years before now. In finding the mechanic and taking him back to this place, it took him few days. So when he returned, it was too late. That cleaner was dead because of the dehydration, because there was no water at this place, and because of the freezing cold. Nowadays, people report that they have seen a man who is knocking on the window at night and asking for the water. So that is why those who passed through the 17th loop, they started leaving a water bottle at this place on the roadside. They hope that this will quench his thirst and avoid his wrath. And this place is called the ghost of Gata Loops. Suggestion is, instead of donating the water, people are donating the bottles. That's again not a good thing. So it is written, all of you are requested, please do not pollute the environment by throwing the plastic bottles here. Pour the water on the pots kept here. Take the bottles with you. Who will clean it? And how? It's a sad story rather. High altitude challenge. So leaving the ghost of Gata Loops behind, we continued our journey. 18th loop is more difficult than 16th loop climb. It's killer, man. And 44 kilometer milestone. 18th loop, very difficult. And 8 kilometer completed. You have to climb to that point. Seems 3 or 4 more loops. For climbing, those shortcuts are not preferred one, but yes, for the downhill, you can definitely come down and have some few 3 kilometers this is on. This is where we met two motorcyclists. When I asked, they gave me the lubricant for my bicycle chain. This is known as WD-40. हाँ देखो स्टैंड पे लगाता हूँ। आपके नाम क्या है?
मेरा राजेश, रजत,
Okay, Amit and Tushar. And thank you so much for the help. This is 18th loop. And this is the riskiest one. Most lengthy, most tough, and very difficult. I found that loop number 18 is the longest loop among all the 21 loops, and that really made both of us very tired. Climbing on 19th loop. Another milestone on 19th loop. Covered 1 more kilometer, last 1 kilometer to go in 2 loops, 20 and 21 number. This was the 18th loop and this is the 19th. If you compare, in comparison with the 18th one, 19th one is easier one, as you can see. This is a time to feel proud on you. See how much you have climbed. That's huge, man. It's huge. So 19th to 20th loop, this is how the climb will happen. At the end of the loops, they have put in a signboard. It says Gata Loops end here, total 21 loops. 4,200 something it was, now it is 4,667 meters, which is 15,102 feet from the sea level. So Gata Loops finished. According to me, Gata Loop climb is still going on, though they have given you a signboard telling Gata Loops ends here. It will end at 42 kilometer milestone, which will be little ahead. According to me, Gata Loops and the climb ends here. Pank 41. Covered almost 10 or 11 kilometers. At the end, they have made a sitting point which used to be a shed earlier, but nowadays that shed is gone. This is my favorite place. I always come and spend some time here, maybe while eating or taking some rest. I sat there, I had few pumpkin seed which I purchased from Manali on the day one. Tushar also had a packet of Tang mixing with water. The climb doesn't end. So this is not the end of our today's climb. Going towards Nakila. And let me tell you, this is not going to be easy either. After a small down, there's a climb. Down will be hardly 200 meters. See what a difficult climb it was. Oh my god. More is there. So this day is going to be the tough one. On the scale of 1 to 10, it will be 6 and maybe 7. It's so difficult to ride here, man. This part of the route is very challenging. But view is also very beautiful if I show you. Check. On this part of the road, you will face two problems. Problem number 1, the road is very narrow. So whenever a vehicle is coming, you have to stop and give him the pass. You will not like this part of the route. Big truck, whenever they come, you have to get aside and stop. And it's so boring. There are so many trucks. Every time you have to give them the passage. That's bullshit. And the problem number 2, very steep climb. Because you are climbing to Nakila top, so this climb is going to be very, very difficult. The condition of the truck, how they are climbing on this. Now you can have an idea what I was telling about. Can you believe? This is how a bicycle will also climb slow, slow, slow. It was 3:55 p.m. The best part was the sunset doesn't happen here early as it used to be in other states, which means we have longer days and more time to ride. Looks like a relief. Little down and little up. Let's go and see. In this part of the road, the mountains, they are made with yellow mud and green patches looks very beautiful. Look here as well. The combination of yellow plus green is really, really nice. It's not a down, it's a flat kind of a road. You need to keep paddling while riding here. This 1 kilometer was the longest and it was a bullshit area. Difficult climb and Very bad road. Narrow road. It's torturous. So whenever you come here, come mentally prepared that you are going to ride on a torturous road. Very cloudy, cold. Wind is blowing right now, which is making me feel so chilly. Covered another kilometer. It was a creepy one, irritating. I cannot take the camera out, record anything. The breaking point. So this section starting from the Gata Loops to the Nakee top, this will make you cry. The road is so damaged, badly damaged. It may look like it's going down, but it's a bullshit, it's an illusion. You have to pedal throughout. It's so sad, man. Oh God. See where we have to go. That part. Oh goodness. See, you just have to climb or pedal, no down. It's a torturous road for every vehicle, not only a bicycle. क्या है ये? घटिया सस्ता. Even this day of your ride between Sarchu to Whiskey Nala will make you cry. And let me tell you, whenever you pick your head and look up and you see that your target is very far, it is really very discouraging. And exactly the same thing was happening with us at this time. According to Tushar, he was having the worst day of the cycling ride till now. And for me, for covering even 1 kilometer was covering like the ages. Pang 37, 1 more kilometer I have covered. Previous 1 kilometer was very, very long. All climb. Same ahead also. 1 more kilometer. Look at the condition of the road. Riding on a bicycle can be torturous. How much for that you have to come here? Time is 5 o'clock and the moment we took a turn and saw this, I'm shocked. I'm standing here and it is so difficult. So when you are coming here, start early in the morning and this kind of a road and that kind of a traffic, all trucks and all, makes this ride even tougher. We were totally tired, which was making each and every pedal push almost impossible. Desperate measures. कोई भी gear हो, आप cycle यहाँ चढ़ा ही नहीं सकते with weight and load. Our conditions are very bad. So Nakee is very dangerous and very demanding. When we were tired and the destination was very far, so we made a plan to climb by taking the shortcuts. And let me tell you, doesn't matter if you do it by walking or by cycling, it takes equal time. As we were not sure how this plan will work, so Tushar took a shortcut to climb to the next loop. And I kept riding by the road. Man, what a bloody road. It's all broken and it's climbed. At the end, do you know what happened? Tushar made it to climb before me. He could finish it much earlier. But with that climb, he felt so tired and discouraged that the next time he thought to take the road. But with his success, the way he could complete it earlier than me, I thought to take the shortcut to climb. So I kept pushing my bicycle and kept walking. It's like going by road is a better option. He is already on that loop and he will climb there before me. I should not have taken this. So both of us have learned from these our two mistakes. But in my case, I was lucky because Tushar came down with another motorcyclist and they really pushed my bicycle and made me climb on the road.
तभी मेरे को realize कि बहुत ज़्यादा steep है.
सड़क ही ठीक है यार.
नहीं वो वाला ठीक था. आत्मा तो नहीं.
208 kilometers using this road, which is going to kill you at any cost. It's a bullshit, man. This is the toughest part of the road, I must say. Can you see how many roads are there in this one frame? And all of them are overlapping to each other. Finally, Nakee top. So till now, from the starting point, we had covered only 6 kilometers, but we were feeling very tired. First view of Nakee top. Almost 2 more kilometers to go. Get the road. It's dangerous, man. I can't even speak. And this is when I saw the first look of Nakee top. 15,547 feet. We clicked few pictures in front of that signboard as a moment of accomplishment. Tushar also made a wish tower near that signboard. It was so windy on this top and which was making us shiver with the cold, and we thought to start from there and reach to Whiskey Nala as soon as possible. That is Whiskey Nala. This is where we have to go. So start kar do. Keep going. The road from the Nakee top to Whiskey Nala was not in good condition. It's a broken road, so you have to be very careful when going down on these steep downs. Milestone telling that it's 32 to reach Pang, and this is the route which will take us down there. The distance to Whiskey Nala is approximately 9 or 10 kilometers. Here the construction work is going on. So despite of having a downhill ride, you really cannot go fast on it. It's a gravel road. It's not even metal one. It's broken at many places. You have to go very slow. You need to pedal on the downhill also sometimes. That is the scenario. Not fun to ride between Sarchu and Whiskey Nala. So maybe next year or after that, you will definitely have a wide road in a good condition, not like us. Another milestone, Pang is 29 now. So with a bumpy ride, slowly and gradually, we were approaching the Whiskey Nala, where we supposed to stay that night. See, this is what we need to cross to reach to that place. Our night stay. So there is a place which is called Sonam Dhaba. About this we were told by Sonam brother from Sarchu camps where we stayed last night. And you know the best part, they have made a container cabins and they are in a very good condition. We really enjoyed our stay there. क्या रेट है, कितना लगता है? 600. एक आदमी का 600? हाँ, दोनों का 600, 300 रुपए एक का हो गया। 300 रुपये में है, ठीक है? खाने का अलग से रहेगा। साइकिल वाले को कुछ डिस्काउंट दे दोगे?
हाँ, नहीं तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा आप दोनों का भी दे दिया सारे।
अच्छा,
नहीं तो 5 बेड है ना, 5
तो 5 लोग आएंगे?
नहीं, आप दोनों के दे दिया।
नहीं, आप रखो ना, ऐसा नुकसान मत करो। हमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, कोई भी आए रखो, आपको नुकसान नहीं होना चाहिए। सोनम जैसे है ना वैसे आप ही हमारे लिए, आप अपना ये घर का मेंबर समझो। That night we were so tired that the moment we got inside the bed after having a cup of tea, inside those quilt and the blanket and that warmth, we slept immediately. We did not even had our dinner that night, and it was all because we were so tired because of that climb of Gata Loops and then Nakee top. But this is how our day came to an end. Today's journey summary. So today we have covered a distance of almost 45 kilometers. Sarchu to Gata Loops was 24 kilometers. Gata Loops climb was 10 kilometers. From Gata Loops and to Nakee top it was maybe 9 or 10 total kilometers. Our today's expenses are, for the stay at Sarchu we gave 500 rupee, and after that we have not had anything because the breakfast was included in that. So 500 rupee is the total expense. So this has been one of the most challenging day of this journey till now. If you want to see the complete Manali to Umling cycling series with full information, which is like a Bible, if you are planning a trip, will help you, then subscribe to this channel, World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget, and hit the bell icon. In the previous video, you saw that how we had an incredible journey from a place called Upper Jingjingbar to Sarchu, how we conquered the mighty Baralacha Pass, how was the meeting with the Tenzing Bhagwan. We also made a very nice friend named Sakhi. If you have missed all of this adventure, I suggest you to go and watch. I'm giving you the link of that video here. And those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. Please say them thank you on my behalf. That's all for now. We will meet in the next video with the story of our next day. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.